Hi, students. This is Michelle with one of my favorite topics. We are going to talk about creating a mission statement. And this process can be used for individuals creating a life mission statement. If you're creating a mission statement for a certain role that you have in life, or if you are creating a mission statement for an organization. What I'm going to talk about is the difference first between a vision statement and a mission statement. As a business professor, I feel that I'm responsible to clarify because they're often used interchangeably. They are often confused one for the other. And so I do want to clarify the difference between those two statements. I should let you know that there are many ways to create a mission statement. This is just one of them. I've been doing this for 10 plus years. So I think it's a good process. I love the way that this sort of flows through the 4 steps. It's easy. And by the time you get done with your end product, it's nice, like it works. So do be ready to work as I explain these steps because this is a hands-on exercise. You do have to kind of jot some things down, think some things through, order your thoughts, etc. I will provide you a personal example and a template to use. And then after we work through the 4 steps, I will give you the template again and another example. So let's get started. Okay, so first off, the difference between a vision statement and a mission statement. The vision statement should be created first. It is the what are we trying to do? What are we trying to accomplish? What is, if everything goes right, our long-term difference maker? Or if you're thinking about a person, who do I want to become? Who do I want to be known as? So it provides that future-oriented, big picture guide. It also is very inspirational. So as I read a vision statement to you, you will find that they are really inspirational and something that you're like, yeah, I want to get behind that. That sounds great. I want to do that. So as you do the vision statement, and again, these should be simple, both the vision statement and the mission statement. They don't need to be complex, detailed, multiple paragraphs, because it's easy to lose sight of what you're trying to do if there's just too much verbiage. If it's just too complicated, too layered, that is something that, as managers, that we can keep track of. We don't need to communicate that to everybody. We can communicate that to employees and managers and those employees who really want to know more about it. The mission statement will be then, how are you going to attain that vision? The vision sounds great, but tell me how we're going to do this. What are the expectations? What are the values of the company? What does this company or person care about? Who are they, right? In terms of what makes this person tick, okay? And one really interesting thing that you can do, this was done by a company that I worked for. In the break room, they had the mission statement painted across the very top of the walls in the break room. So it just really reflected, kind of in a subtle way, what, what's this company about? Like, what do they expect of me? How am I supposed to be doing my job, really? Because after orientation, a year, 2 years, 5 years down the road, you may not remember exactly what you were taught during orientation as you studied these things. Okay, so let's talk from here on out about creating a mission statement as an individual. Okay, so if I were to tell you, okay, here's my vision statement, and I said, I am going to change lives through the power of education. That's broad, that's exciting, that's going to be something I can get up in the morning for. And it's future oriented. That's in the end what I want to do. So when I take that vision statement and I create the mission statement, I say, this is what you'll end up with at the end. I will be a kind, knowledgeable, and fair instructor who challenges her students and prepares them for a successful career in the business field. And that is what I am going to do. Those are my strengths. Those are my values. That's what you can expect if you are in my class. And so it's really important for both myself and other people to understand the direction I'm headed. Okay. It says this is what is important to me and how I'm going to accomplish changing lives through the power of education. Okay. So the template that we'll be using is 4 steps to accomplish this. You will say, I will be a, 2 to 3 adjectives. You're going to describe the noun, the role that you're creating the mission statement for, and then the goal. Okay. So the first step 1, what role in life do you want to create a mission statement for? Are you thinking about creating a mission statement for yourself as a student, as an athlete, as a mom? Or is this something that you're using as just a general life mission statement to guide your decisions and provide you direction? Then you can just use person. And that's why I highlighted the role that I was making the template for person in the previous slide. Okay, so if it's just a general life mission statement, then you can just jot down person. If you're trying to create one for something more specific, figure out what that noun is and write that down. And you can certainly create as many mission statements as you want, one for each role that you play in life. All right. Whoa. All right, so step 2. This is where you're going to need to kind of have a thought process about what are my core beliefs and how do they inform my values? So what's important to me is basically what I'm asking you. There are hundreds and hundreds of values, though most students tend to say, my faith is important, my family is important, being a kind person is important, being good at what I do is important, my friends are important, getting good grades is important. So whatever your values are, that's what step 2 is about. If nobody's ever asked you that question or you've never thought about it, you can take a free values assessment online, just search for it. Or if you just want to see, okay, what are some of these values on this big list, then search for the list of values. If you want me to email you a game that I've created, you can certainly do that. And I will send you the game where you can figure out what is most important to you. All right, so once you have your values, and we're just going to look at, for this exercise, creating a mission statement, let's just say your top 3. Okay, so moving into step 3, you take your responses from step 2, those values, and you turn them into adjectives. Okay, so if I value kindness, then my adjective for the type of person that I want to be would be kind. If I value family, then the adjective that's going to describe the person that I'm going to be is family-centered. Okay, so you have to take your values and just turn them into adjectives that's going to describe you. And again, you want to have 2 to 3. If you just have one, that really doesn't give you enough information to work with. And if you have, 4 or 5, you're just going to get lost in the details. So 2 to 3, I think, works good. All right, so step 4, this is the final step. This is where you're going to say, all right, what is the goal or goals that I'm working towards? Am I, working to make a difference in the lives of unemployed people? Am I building the highest quality chairs for the lowest price? What is the goal or the goals? And we don't want to just copy our mission, or excuse me, our vision statement. We want to make it more, like I said, as an instructor, I'm going to challenge my students. I'm going to um, help them be successful. And so that's more broken down in terms of changing lives through education. So there is a difference. And I think if you need to, just watch this presentation over and over until that difference becomes clearer. All right, and then let's look at the template again and how this actually works. When you have your adjectives and your goal, you can put them all together in this format, and you'll get a mission statement that really is something that will guide you as you think about where am I headed, what am I, I know what I'm doing, maybe, but how am I going to do it? And will help you then to make decisions, whether an action or um, a decision you're thinking about is something that you should say yes to or no to. If I want to be an instructor that prepares my students for a successful business career, and somebody contacts me about, oh, hey, can I make a presentation on this particular software to your students to let them know, hey, this is available. I have to think to myself, is this going to help them be successful? Well, if the majority of students in the class are finance majors and it's a presentation about manufacturing software, project management software, no, it doesn't, it's not going to help them be successful. So I'm going to decline. If the people in the class are economics majors, then I am going to decide what makes a successful economics student or a successful economics employee, and then I'm going to make my decisions based off of what I think that success looks like. Okay, so I created another mission statement with a little more meat to it. So if you want to make it a couple sentences, you could add to it. But here you'll see that template. I will be an understanding and knowledgeable supervisor who is a good communicator and goes the extra mile for the people that work for him. Daily, we will work as a team, stay positive, give our best, and put the customer first. Okay, so when I see this mission statement, I understand who I want to be, and the people then who work for me understand what's important to me, what they can expect from me, and what the expectations are that I have for them. So it really is a great tool. Like I said, you may have to watch this presentation a couple different times, but once it's done and you have that mission statement, it feels good and it's exciting and is a good use of your time, in my opinion, for sure. All right, thank you. And let me know, like this video, or let me know any comments that you have about this video. All right, thank you.